Well, if Donald Trump thought that Canada was going to quake in their boots anywhere over the last 6 months, or more notably since January 20th, with regards to his threats of tariffs and also they should become the 51st state, he just found out in this breaking story to be wrong. Because there's a new PM in Canada, and he just drew the line in the sand. There's been a lot of conversation, a lot of rhetoric, and a lot of moments up to today. But as of right now, in this breaking story, I'm going to show you in a few seconds, the new PM for Canada has decided, that's okay, we'll figure it out. And I want to show that to you in a few seconds because it's important when you F around and find out, as Donald Trump just has. He has tried to position America like we're being tough and strong, but what he's leaving out is you cannot function when you're the U.S. as an isolationist. It doesn't work. And this rhetoric from Trump that he's been spewing just doesn't fly. Take a listen.
In the case of Canada, we're spending $200 billion a year to subsidize Canada. I love Canada. I love the people of Canada. I have many friends in Canada. You know, the United States can't subsidize a country for $200 billion a year. We don't need their cars. We don't need their energy. We don't need their lumber. We don't need anything that they give. We do it because we want to be helpful, but it comes a point when you just can't do that. You have to run your own country. And to be honest with you, Canada only works as a state. We don't need anything they have. As a state, it would be one of the great states anyway. This would be the most incredible country visually. If you look at a map, they drew an artificial line right through it between Canada and the U.S. Just a straight artificial line. Somebody did it a long time ago, many, many decades ago, and makes no sense. It's so perfect as a great and cherished state. Keeping "O Canada," the national anthem. I love it. I think it's great. Keep it. But it'll be for the state, one of our greatest states. Maybe our greatest state. But why should we subsidize another country for $200 billion? It costs us $200 billion a year. And again, we don't need their lumber. We don't need their energy. We have more than they do. We don't need anything. We don't need their cars. I'd much rather make the cars here. There's not a thing that we need. Now, there'll be a little disruption, but they need us. We really don't need them.
You ask yourself, if you've had a longtime friend who just suddenly turned on you and decided to make it all about them and what you suddenly have to do to acquiesce, it probably wouldn't fly very well. And it doesn't. It doesn't between people, and it doesn't between neighboring countries. And in this breaking story, take a listen to what the new PM of Canada just said.
Our leaner cabinet will focus on two priorities in particular. First, protecting Canadian workers and their families in the face of unjustified foreign trade actions by creating new trade corridors with reliable partners and by forging one Canadian economy out of 13.
Now, he couched that in a very political, leadership, eloquent kind of way. But you can read between the lines. Like anything else in life, what is successful or good and kind of gets on what we would call autopilot in life, right? Yeah, it's an expectation, whether it's a partner, whether it's a job, whether it's a friend. We get used to what is comfortable and good. And what Canada just said is, that's okay, Donald. It may be hard work for us. We may have to go through some tough times ourselves, but we'll find some new people to sell our stuff to who aren't busy trying to play ping pong tariff threats every single week and who aren't trying to acquire us and put us under their thumb. That's what he said without actually saying all of that. It is unbelievable. And what's going to happen is, as much as we want to believe, I should say as much as Trump wants to believe, that over the course of time, the tariffs are going to work out. No, they aren't. Because we live in a global society of international trade, and Canada will find places to make money off other people besides us. You guys hang in there, stay healthy, smiling, but stay frosty.